Morning, my artsy fartsy friends. Today we're going to do one of my favorite projects. I have all my high school kids do it when it's nice outside. I'm going to demonstrate inside because it's still a little chilly outside and I don't have good shadows yet because of where the sun is. So we're going to use, these are the supplies you'll need. You'll need a pencil. You're going to need paper. You can use, I'm going to demonstrate both. I'm going to demonstrate big paper and little paper. You're going to need the sun, and here it is going to be a beautiful day, so it's a great day to do this outside. If you do go outside to trace, make sure you have something that is pretty sturdy under what you're drawing on. So the items that I'm tracing today I have inside. I have this ladder that happened to be inside. We're finishing or almost done with our renovation. That I'm going to trace on the big paper. And then I have one of my favorite plants, known as the elephant bush. And it's creating a cool shadow. And then I have also next to it that air plant, that funny looking plant. And then I have two figures, which I'll get to in a second. So what you're going to do is create a shadow on your paper from whatever you're tracing. You can pick your favorite objects or something that looks cool. A ladder is not particularly my favorite object, but it creates some cool negative shapes. So what you're doing today is you're going to use your pencil and you're going to trace those negative shapes. Then my suggestion is after you're done, you're going to color them in with your favorite colors. So there's all different colors, and then you made a shadow artwork. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up your objects so they cast a shadow onto your paper from the sun. Now later when the sun is above you, my nieces and nephews, I taught how to trace the branches of the trees. So you can do that because there's not many leaves. You could take your objects outside if you want and do it then. Mine is in the morning. Let's see, it's about 9:15 in the morning. So it's creating this cool shadow into my kitchen, or the sun is coming into my kitchen. So it creates these pretty cool shadows. So you're going to trace the shapes that the objects leave. Now it's kind of hard and you kind of have to work around your hand, which also casts a shadow. And then you keep tracing all of these cool shapes. And these shapes are negative spaces, the spaces in between your objects. All right, so I finished the ladder, and I'm going to move that to the side. I'm all done with that, and I'm going to go back and color that. You could even maybe use some paint if you wanted to, if your parent says that's okay. So I'm going to move you a little closer here. So now we have these other two. These are just regular size papers. And then, like I said, I have these two setups. I have the plants first, and then I have those figures, which I'll get to in a second. So I would trace all of the leaves of the plant, and even where there's little crisscrosses, I would make those too. And then, so I wanted to show you guys my figures. This is two of the figures that I had in my house, because these are literally the only two. So this is Fozzie Bear, and this is Grubby, who is Teddy Ruxpin's friend. You can ask your parents about them. They probably know who they are. So what you can do is the shadow that Fozzie is casting, we're going to trace him. And here one of my teaching assistants, Chase, is having a drink of water. I'm going to trace this shadow pretty close to as I can, and then you'll have 2 drawings of them. Now you can go back and color them in, and you'll have a shadow drawing. I hope you enjoy one of my favorite projects.